Okay, so we have Crota, the son of Orc, stripped of his godlike powers. Crota now fights with a rusted sword of primal instinct. Still imposing, but no longer invincible. Grace Howard, a cunning enforcer from Zenless Zone Zero, uses tech, charm, and wit. Timmy Turner, a pink-capped boy with no fairy godparents, only a pencil and sheer luck.
Oh, he's
Automat
just a
Bismarck,
kid.
Iron Chancellor, wielding diplomacy like a dagger and armed with a gun. That's
Yo.
so. Basically, a demigod made of like whose skin is basically armor,
Yep.
and this engineer from the future, a child, and a man with a gun.
Yeah. A demigod and three random people.
Okay, those are the main. I'm just reading. Crocodile with the monocle, dignified, dapper, disturbingly
Who's the
eloquent.
crocodile with
Fights.
the monocle?
That's it. That's just a crocodile with a monocle.
You just added a crocodile with a
Yeah.
monocle? That's awesome. I hope they win.
Okay, I'm not gonna list all the characters because some of them are just gonna be kind of, I think, stupid as I continue. The games begin in a rusted
Alright.
ruins of Rapture. Now dark. Oh, it does it too fast. Um, Let me redo it. It does it in
That's
like a
real
short
good.
sentence. Edit. Have 5 chapters.
I tried
Each.
doing one the other day and it was a piece of shit. But it was also very funny. But I was like, as I was going, I was encountering all the different technical difficulties. I was like, I understand now.
It did so well at the beginning though, which is why I'm surprised that like it just sucked.
Yeah.
Okay, Rebecca Chambers won both because each one's 1 chapter long.
Dang.
I don't know why I was favoring Rebecca Chambers both times as well.
She's the main character.
Alright, day one. Chaos erupts. Timmy Turner grabs a flashlight and runs. Face scales a crumbling wall. Ralph accidentally flattens a tribute foot. Takar kills Mini Lad with a thrown spear. Okay,
Yay.
Crota lunges at Bill, but Bill blinds him with seawater and escapes. The Beatles steal medkit and vanish into the recording booths.
Okay, they're gonna make a song.
Springtrap silently kills Herc as he sings to himself in the flooded bathrooms.
Damn.
Prometheus ambushes Conan, slicing his side, but Conan retreats deeper into the tunnels. Rebecca tends to a wounded John Cena, who took shrapnel trying to protect Mekon. Hunk stabs T-1000 through the spine with a rebar, damaging its movement systems. Otto von Bismarck makes an alliance with the crocodile with the monocle in the library.
Yo,
It's just me and you, crocodile.
that goes hard. We're gonna do great
Jeff the
things
land
together.
shark bites off Adonis' finger when ambushed near the docks. Adonis bleeds out. That's disappointing. Springtrap finds Faith, but she evades him using verticality. Grace Howard hacks the security bot and attacks Prometheus, who survives but is disoriented. A vengeful fourth grader kills Bill in his sleep.
Wait, which Bill?
There's only one Bill. Left 4 Dead.
Okay.
You're right, I didn't specify. I forgot I didn't say which characters from what.
Yeah.
Springtrap stalks Takar through the flooded maintenance halls.
Oh, Takar. I thought you said the car the first time.
Takar barely escapes. Faith discovers an underwater bathysphere bay. Use the travel. She starts mapping safe zones.
Oh yeah,
the shark lures Prometheus into an aquarium exhibit. Jeff bites through his Achilles tendon, leaving Prometheus screaming and stranded. Holy shit,
yeah.
Rebecca and Mekon form a steady alliance, setting up a
Of course.
clinic. Yeah, the medics.
Yeah.
They care for the injured John Cena.
I love that it's John Cena.
Grace Howard runs to Crota and Siren Alley. She throws an EMP and blinds him with a signal flare, escaping with minor injuries. Hunk infiltrates the Fort Frolic Theater, where the Beatles are hiding. In quiet confrontation, he slits George's throat. The remaining 3 escape. The music cuts short. Why does he... He's just there. Kills one of the Beatles. He could have killed all of them.
Only one. Wait, which one was it?
George.
Okay, cool. Insignificant.
The vengeful fourth grader attempts to sneak into RoboCop's territory, but gets caught and shot immediately. The boy retreats, though, with the injured shoulder.
Wait, who? The boy?
Yeah, the vengeful fourth grader, sorry.
Oh, the vengeful fourth grader, okay.
Otto von Bismarck debates politics with the crocodile.
Wonderful.
Day 4, Wreck-It Ralph breaks into the vending machines. Slowly reassembling breaks into vending machines and shares food with Faith. RoboCop tracks T-1000, who's slowly reassembling after Hunk's first attack. They engage in a brutal close-quarters fight in an old security station. RoboCop wins, dropping the light fixture. He did what I said! He dropped the chandelier.
He dropped the chandelier on him. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
You can't kill him like that. Bullshit.
Timmy Turner accidentally triggers a turret in Neptune's bounty. Crota walks in and disables it. He hides and Crota walks in and disables it. Wanders in, I should say. Crota doesn't notice Timmy's breath under...
I can visualize this.
Crota doesn't notice Timmy's breath under the rubble. The boy quietly thanks whatever gods he could think of. Yeah, the god of wills. Fucking
Thank you,
orcs.
Zeus.
Zeus. Thank you, Zeus.
Thank you, Zeus. All hail Zeus.
Zeus. Rebecca and Mekon are ambushed by Hunk. Rebecca shoots him in the arm, but they barely escape. Not lore accurate.
Yeah.
Where's John Cena? Otto and Crocodile take shelter in a flooded bookstore. Should I add another hallucination event?
Sure.
Why does it do it like that?
What?
I think me editing it kind of screwed up, but or an event,
You
hallucination
edited it?
outbreak. On day 5, Rapture's air systems release a mysterious compound. Contestants begin experiencing vivid hallucinations and emotional spirals. Oops. John Cena. Did someone die?
So much dead.
Oh, it deletes. Does it delete it? Oh, no. Okay, it reads the. That's why it does it. It reads everything back and then it continues. So it loads everything. That's really weird. I wonder why it does that. It's really odd. Okay, I'm gonna try to find where I'm at real quick. Alright. Arena event, hallucination outbreak. On day 5, Rapture's air system releases a mysterious compound. They start hallucinating. The contestants start hallucinating. John Cena believes he's back in wrestling ring and starts delivering motivational speeches to a crowd that isn't there. Mekon sees a ghostly vision of her classmate accusing her of betrayal, and she nearly immediately injects Rebecca Chambers with poison. As a response, just really tries to betray her.
Yeah.
Ally.
Not surprising.
Otto sees a long dead political rival and begins arguing fiercely with the shadows. Timmy sees the Cosmos and Wanda again. They're whispering awful advice. Face becomes disoriented, mistaking Ralph for a security splicer. She fights him until he pleads, and he brings her back to reality. Springtrap is immune, making it even more terrifying. I like the fucking like Jesus and who was it? Jesus and Echidna had a romantic moment.
Oh,
and they
yeah,
look
yeah.
over.
Pyramid
Pyramid Head just
Head.
dragging his fucking chair.
Yep.
And he had just and
That was awesome.
Pyramid Head. And then Pyramid Head is also the hallucination in his event.
Pyramid Head, what?
And during the hallucination event on the space station, it said Pyramid Head is the hallucination.
Oh. I thought Freddy Krueger was his own hallucination.
No, Freddy Krueger he was his own hallucination. Pyramid was part of the hallucinations, though. He was the nightmare and seeing everyone.
Just for
he was
like
part
a
of
bunch
it.
of people.
He was the reason why it happened.
Oh. Gotcha.
Basically.
That makes sense.
Jesus and can have a romantic moment. You see fucking Pyramid Head dragging a chair, though. It's just like, what the if only this was real. Alright, John Cena believes he's back. Blah blah blah. Beacon sees a ghostly vision of her classmate. Day 5. Day 5 continued. Grace Howard, already wary of the Rapture ships, has realized the outbreak is chemically induced. She crafts a crude gas mask and begins neutralizing air ducts near her. Robocop is also unaffected due to his filtration system. Jeff the Landshark panics from hallucinated water or hallucinations and starts panicking about water predators. He thrashes and accidentally impales himself on a rusted pipe. Takar sees a ghost of a saber-toothed tiger, and a blind frenzy wounds Crota, mistaking him for it. Crota responds by crushing his windpipe.
Oh, damn.
They weren't allies or anything. He just finds Crota
I
and
know,
nukes her by
yeah.
accident. She's like, oh.
Thought he was a tiger.
The Beatles, down to John, Paul, and Ringo, are attacked by Springtrap. Ringo is
Oh shit.
gutted. Rebecca and
One more
Mekon snap out of
down.
their hallucination. Rebecca finally slaps Mekon. There's two left. One dies. Ringo is gutted. John and Paul still exist.
The Beatles.
Why do you say one? Oh, one gutted. I thought you said one left for some reason.
The Beatles.
Rebecca finally slaps Mekon out of her hallucination. Mekon cries herself to sleep in her lap. Hunk uses a distraction to steal supplies from Otto and the crocodile.
Leave them alone.
He leaves a poem behind, mockingly signed H. Crota, now heavily wounded, begins to hallucinate his own father berating him. He roars into the tunnels, attracting every predator. RoboCop confronts Hunk. They battle in the ruins of a shopping plaza. Hunk gains the upper hand, stabbing RoboCop multiple times, but RoboCop sets off a proximity alarm that causes the structure to collapse. Both vanish in the rubble. That's a good fight. I feel like those two fighting would be pretty cool. Kenny Wayne scraps of tin like armor begins referring to himself as the Pink Paladin. He saves Paul from a security bot. What about John?
No, he didn't need it.
Otto decides to set a trap for Springtrap in a flooded archives, baiting him with a phonograph, playing German opera. Faith and
Oh yeah,
Grace
wait,
fight
he audio
each other.
traps him. It's literally FNAF 3.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say like he's gonna have some like kids saying hello.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Faith and Grace find each other again and share what they learned. They agree to unite forces temporarily. Springtrap walks into Otto's trap, and an electric floor is rigged, exposed wire and water. He survives but badly damaged. Crocodile with a monocle holds Otto's trembling hand afterwards.
Awesome.
I just need to wait now.
Alright.
Wholesome. No, but that's, dude, oh my god. This one's actually pretty good, surprisingly.
Yeah, this one's. I agree.
I think the Goofy the Grande one.
Huh?
Oh shit! I got spoiled.
Yeah, the Grande.
That one was just like that's how we figured out this potential of just bullshit.
Yeah. He merged with the UFO and just went fucking crazy.
Crota, bleeding and delusional, charges into whatever district,
Something.
conservatory district, and is ambushed by Otto and the crocodile. The crocodile fire. What? Why is he magic all of a sudden? Whatever. Crocodile's fire and blade attack ends the prince's rampage. Then Otto uses Crota's own blade to finish him. Paul McCarthy, grieving Ringo, starts singing loudly, which attracts Springtrap.
Oh yeah,
John.
dumbass.
Timmy and John Lennon. Oh my god, the worst ones alive.
Oh,
Buried
no.
Paul behind a fallen Vita chamber. What?
Wait, what? They do what?
They bury Paul behind a fallen Vita chamber. The thing that he got revived with. I don't know. The two vowed
John Lennon just betrayed him with Timmy Turner?
No, because Paul got killed by Springtrap.
Oh, they buried him.
Yeah.
I was imagining they crushed him to death.
No.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mekon begins exhibiting increasing erratic behavior, whispering apologies to her patients. She nearly suffocates Rebecca in her sleep. After being called a traitor, she almost immediately tries to betray people.
It checks out. That's what she does.
A flood breaches the dock district, and a flood breaches the docks district, and survivors scramble. Faith and Grace ride a broken bathysphere to safety. nearly drowning in the process. Springtrap crawls into the flooding mechanical wing, badly shorted from Otto's trap. There, Mekon and Trance lovingly repairs his metal plating with surgical tools. John Cena is spotted dragging a heavy vending
I
machine
forgot about
up a
John Cena.
stairwell, saying they need it. And he vanishes into the darkness.
Awesome.
He just pulls a fucking pyramid
Vending
head.
machine. Kind of, yeah, pretty much.
Um, why did Pyramid Head need a dental chair?
I don't know. I don't even know what a dental chair is. I was just imagining a big chair.
I assume these like closer to like a barber's chair, but like one of the ones that can lean more back, or not
Okay.
barber's chair, but you know,
Like a tall chair.
like an old metal chair that basically you can change the height of.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I was thinking. Regardless, Rebecca searches for Mekon, only to find her in the operating theater, talking to Springtrap like he's a patient. Rebecca tries to pull her away. Springtrap wakes up and impales Mekon to the chest.
Dang.
Rebecca empties her pistol into Springtrap, but he keeps crawling. Timmy, John, and Faith cross paths. They grieve for a ceasefire and share food. Otto and the crocodile argue over mercy. Otto freely believes the remaining tribute should duel with honor. The crocodile thinks that they should kill each other cleanly
Okay.
without like talking.
Yeah.
A broadcast of the Game Maker show each of the fallen tributes' final moments. It ends with a slow zoom to Springtrap still moving despite his wounds. Grace quietly decides he cannot be allowed to survive the final day. She begins crafting a. Oh yeah, decides that he cannot be allowed to survive the final day. She begins crafting a bomb from scavenged power cores.
Sick.
Okay, yeah. Never mind, I like this system more now that I know what it's doing. Because like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was rereading everything and then continuing. So I'd always like cut it short in order to try to force it through.
Mm.
Okay. Almost got spoiled, but I didn't. I didn't see.
Yippee.
Springtrap scorched and bleeding black oil rises again in the ruins of the mechanical wing. It's a gyat. His gait is jerky, but his eyes glow. It's GAIT.
I don't
His
even know what that
eyes
is.
glow steadily, near to I. He begins hunting with purpose. Grace Howard finishes her bomb, tucked into salvaged food tray, then leaves it in a known looting spot. She waits in silence nearby. Otto and the crocodile bid each other farewell.
What?
They split up, seeking the meaning of chaos because they have like
Okay.
different ideas on how it should end. I think
Oh,
that's why
right,
they don't
yeah,
want.
you're
They
right,
don't
you're right.
necessarily want to kill each other, and they've been allies for this long. So
That's interesting. That's not like an arc that's ever happened.
Rick. Oh, yeah, I guess there's a Rick Brick.
Well, yeah, but that was different. Like, there's never been like a like allies for like this long, and then they just decide to part ways.
Split up.
Yeah.
Springtrap scorched him. He said that Faith, Timmy, and John decide to make one last stand near their fisheries. They create barricades and arm themselves with whatever Rapture's decay provides. Rebecca, emotionally shattered, tracks Springtrap to the dark, injects herself with a cocktail of adrenaline and painkillers, determined to
Yo.
finish the job. Holy crap. Grace's trap sprung, but John Cena was the one searching for food. It killed him instantly.
Damn. That's rough.
He gets annihilated.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss that guy.
Otto finds Timmy alone, separated during this skirmish. He gives him a choice, run or fight. Timmy fights. Otto is impressed, but immediately breaks his neck with swift mercy. Holy crap.
Killed the child.
Rebecca stabs Springtrap through the throat with surgical shears, pinning him to the wall, but he crushes her spine in a dying thrash. Uh-oh. John Lennon wanders the fisheries alone. Now deeply unstable, he records one final song with a broken camera until he finds a crocodile.
Oh,
The
no.
crocodile, silent and sad, bows his head. You sang to the end, and then he slashes John's throat.
Wow.
Grace Howard, burned from the explosion, limps towards the central plaza. Autumn the crocodile arrived too, prepared for the to duel. Three-way standoff. Grace's pistol shaking, Otto's sword drawn, the crocodile cane flashing. I didn't know he had a cane.
I love that he has a cane. That's perfect.
I started out with me just imagining just a basic crocodile, like a normal crocodile with a monocle.
Yeah,
and
same.
I imagined him with the suit, and then I imagined him like talking like a distinguished gentleman.
Yep.
And now I imagine him like standing upright with the
Yeah,
cane.
same. My
He's just been
vision of him
progressively like
immediately
evolving.
changed when I heard he had a cane. Yeah.
Okay.
Great, amazing.
Otto
character.
is the first to move. The crocodile ducks low, stabbing Otto in the gut. Oh my God! He has no room for like mercy or like
Yeah.
honor. He told the truth. I think we should kill people brutally and quickly.
Holy
Grace shoots
shit.
both men. One crocodile in the leg, Otto in the chest. Otto drops the crocodile limp, snarling, lunging with fury. Grace screams and jams her pistol into the crocodile's mouth, pulling the trigger.
Damn.
Victor is Grace Howard. Okay,
She won the entire thing?
yeah.